Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee for tonight's second to last game in the regular season. And it is the last home game for the Full Count Rhythm in the 2026 campaign, taking on the first place Henderson Flash. Come in with a record of 26-10. They split a big doubleheader with Hoptown the night before our off day yesterday, and got a 11-0 victory over the Hoppers on in game 2 after dropping game 1. I believe that was let's see what that was, 7-5 loss. The Hoppers defeated them. It was a 7-inning contest. The 11-0 game did go the full 7 innings. And if you are out there watching the home run race, it is right now down to 2 players, and they're playing here tonight. Gunnar Waldrop with the Henderson Flash hit a home run in each of those 2 games at Hoptown the other night. And Kaysen Hill hit 2 in one game, game 2, which turned out to be a victory for Full Count when they split the doubleheader. Ended up a mercy rule 12-2 victory over the Madisonville Miners. That was in 5 innings. As you see, the head coaches meeting with the umpires at home plate. The Rhythm wearing their specialty jerseys tonight in honor of Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Todd Hundley, the owner-operator of Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, has provided the specialty jerseys all year long, and he's got the Cincinnati Red-themed red tops here tonight. However, they will not be auctioned off. So it is too bad. They're going to be donated back to Todd Hundley, and he'll distribute those as he deems worthy, I guess. So Todd is in the park here. Not sure if Linda's with him tonight or not, his lovely wife, but it's always good to see Todd, and he's got a specialty jersey on. He loves the number 5, and he loves the Cincinnati Reds. So the home run title will come down to the last 2 games. 9 home runs apiece for Gunnar Waldrop and Kaysen Hill. And Gunnar Waldrop pretty much has sewn up most of the other offensive categories, maybe not batting average, but he's got RBIs and runs scored. What else has he got? Doubles, hits. He has had a phenomenal year. He's leaving, I believe, the University of Alabama, Huntsville, heading, I heard that he's going to a JUCO here in the state of Tennessee. He is from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, but not exactly sure where he has decided to go. Pretty sure it's not Volunteer State. I would have heard about that. Let's take our first break and come back with our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. You're watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
And now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups for the visitors. Henderson Flash from Henderson, Kentucky, coached by J.D. Arndt, who is here on the trip. He's assisted by the pitching coach, Logan Haslam, assistant coach John Reynolds, who coaches first base, Drew Lee, who coaches third base, and 2 other assistant coaches, Colton Evans and Aaron Hauser. Gunnar Waldrop is leading off, playing left field for the Flash. Peyton Tatum batting second, playing third base. Braden Minio's back over at first base. He'll hit third. Dominic Davis behind the plate is batting cleanup. Noah Briggs playing shortstop today. He's going to bat fifth, batting sixth. Jacob Freilich is in right field. Tyler Reinhardt, the center fielder, bats seventh. Drew Eisenberg, the two-way player, is the DH tonight. He'll bat eighth. Jacob Tucker playing second base, batting ninth. And on the mound for the Flash, Palmer Schiff, a 6'1", 185-pound right-hander from Evansville, Indiana, attends or attended Vincennes University. Schiff is 2-0 possibly. I think he's got at least 2 victories. I don't know if he's got any losses. The one loss total in Game Changer does not add up to their 26-10 record. But it shows that he has 8 appearances, 4 starts, 25 innings, 22 hits, 14 runs. He has an ERA of 2.52, an excellent ERA for the year. And he's going to face the full count rhythm lineup. Looks like this. Kason Hill's going to lead off, and he's going to play second base. Gabe Jenkins plays left field, batting second. Barrett Brown moves into the 3-hole, and he is behind the plate. Hudson Separulo is at first base, batting fourth. Tate Dickinson in right field, batting fifth. Jay Fuller's in center field. He'll hit sixth. DH Cam Suggs bat seventh. Landon Rogers is a shortstop, hitting eighth. And Joel Chandler, the second, is at third base, batting ninth. And on the mound for the Rhythm, the all-lefty Parker Davis from Trevecca Nazarene. He's 6'2", 190-pound rising senior from Covington, Tennessee. Dyersburg State for his first 2 years, been at Trevecca 1 year. Will be going back there for his final season. I think it's his final season, and maybe they put the 5-on-5 on him, and he can play another one. Sport management's his major, son of Scott and Angie Davis, brother of Walker, Carter, and Tyler. He's got a papa and a nanny in Covington, Tennessee. Pops and Nana hang out in Martin, Tennessee. The Rhythm coached by Josh Carmen in his 5th year as the head coach, 6th year as the general manager. He's assisted by Jimmy Gamboa, the pitching coach, and Jonas Smithson and Nick Krupp, his assistant coaches. As it is invocation and national anthem time here at DC3, which means we will take a break. Be back after the national anthem. You're watching and listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network on YouTube.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And Chris Freeman says, play ball. Our final home game of the regular season. There is some possibility of rain, possibly even lightning. There was a lightning delay here inside the park that had just finished as I walked into the park from parking, and That was at least a 30-minute lightning delay. I got here probably about 5:10, and checking the radar here. Looks like it's all around us. We'll check with our meteorologist, Ava Dorn, who's also our clock operator tonight, as she has been most of the year. It's actually a scoreboard. I do know that, but in basketball, it's a clock. I like to just keep it the same. It's easier for an old guy to just call it the clock. And it kind of throws her off a little bit, and I want to keep her on her toes. She's young. 14. You had a 15th birthday yet? You just had a 14th birthday. All right. Well, you kind of tall for your height, so I just was thinking maybe you were 15. You're pretty smart. PA announcer Chris Freeman is here. I think he's going to miss our game one of the playoff that is scheduled for next Monday. So not sure if Ken Stegall from the scorer's table has found a replacement. Ken Stegall is our official scorer, co-owner of the scorer's table. If you know somebody at a college that they need some administrative help on their scorer's table, any sport in college, I don't know that there's a sport they don't do, but you can get a hold of Ken Stegall at the scorer's table. Or you can send me an email at tresports@gmail.com, and I will forward it on to Ken. Ken and I, the only two in this rhythm section up in the press box that have been here since day one. Ken's like me. He loves baseball, and he loves keeping a scorebook. We're both accountants. He's a Trevecca guy, and I'm a Belmont guy. Chris Freeman also a Trevecca guy, though, so outnumbered up here. Those Trojans over the former Rebels, now Bruins. Nan's watching. She's in Madisonville. Mimi is, what are you doing in Paris? I would think that you would you'd be heading this way. I understand you've got a front row seat at a wedding tomorrow, Mimi. Who's walking you down the aisle? Hudson Separulo, the first baseman for the Full Count Rhythm tonight, is getting married tomorrow. Why does he not have his rehearsal dinner tonight as per usual? But the man's not going to be at Paducah tomorrow night. He's getting married. He's going to make rhythm history. He's going to be our first player to ever get married in this season. Gunnar Waldrop stands in from Murfreesboro. And the first pitch is lined, and a diving betrothed Hudson Separulo, the fiancé of Laney Baker, makes the catch. One pitch, one out, and we are underway here in Hendersonville. At the crack of 7:02. What are we doing getting started that early? Well, we didn't have any first pitch. We didn't have too much ceremony as the first pitch gets into Peyton Tatum for a called strike. We also don't have to worry about the sun, as that's a foul ball at the top of the screen. And count from Parker Davis is 0-2. Put a star by that play on Hudson Separulo already. Game time temperature 81 degrees, feels like 89, brought to you by Safeware Incorporated. The safety you need, the contracts you use. Slider lands up top, 2 balls and 2 strikes, thanks to Mike Harrell and the group at Safeware Inc. SafewareInc.com. If you need some first responder supplies. 2-2 pitch, lefty on lefty matchup, and a swing and a miss. A Corson Fire and Security strikeout for out number 2. Tatum playing in his 30th game of the year from Harding University, Grapevine, Texas, and another Harding University player right now stepping into the plate. It's Braden Minio. He's from College Station, Texas, also playing in his 30th game, and he hits one out to right center field. Back goes Dickinson, and this is going to hit right at the base of the wall. Minio's going to cruise into second base with a 2-out double. Swings at the first pitch that he sees. from Parker Davis. Picks up his 7th double of the year. He's got 31 RBIs, 28th hit of the year for Minio. He's had an excellent year, hitting .278, driving in runs, 31 RBIs on the season. Now Dominic Davis is a steady Eddie player for the Henderson Flash, hitting .333, playing in his 21st game. He swings in first pitch. It's a lazy fly ball out to Tate Dickinson, and he uses his glove and makes the catch for final out of the first inning. No runs. One hit, the double by Minio. He's stranded. One pitch later. Good inning for Parker Davis. He's looking to go 6, maybe 7 innings, hopefully, in this contest. He does have a 7-inning outing, I believe, already this year. He does. 7 innings and 11-1 win over the Madisonville Miners back on June 25th. Take a break. Be back on for the bottom of the first. You're watching and listening Full Count Broadcast Network.
This is Eli Reese. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
Good job, little E. Saw Eli at my house before I left. He's probably coming to the ball yard. Matter of fact, he may be here already. Final home game of the year. He's going to be looking to pick up some AAA Autoglass squishy balls. Running down some foul balls here tonight. He knows where they go. He has learned. 6.5-year-old heading to first grade here in a couple of weeks. Speaking of heading, there's Nick Krupp heading down to first base. He's looking sharp in that number 13 specialty jersey, the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate specialty jersey. Kaysen Hill will step in. 2 big flies up at Madisonville the other day. Picked up his 9th home run. They went back-to-back in the 12-2 victory against the Madisonville Miners. First pitch is down low from Parker Schiff. The Vincennes Trailblazer from right across the river in Henderson there. He's Evansville, Indiana, gets a call there. Home plate umpire, Paul Johnson back. He had the plate the other night, the last time that Full Count played here. That's a ground ball. That will sneak under the glove of Noah Briggs, the hot-hitting Kaysen Hill. He went 0 for 4 in that first game of the doubleheader. But 2 for 3, I think, or 2 for 4. I have to check that. He might have had 3 hits. He might have been a hit away from the cycle again in that one. No, he was 2 for 5 with 5 RBIs. Gabe Jenkins at the plate. Leads the club in hits, takes a called strike. The VMI keyed it, hitting .385. That also leads the rhythm. Playing in his 28th game, playing left field tonight. Played right field both games at Madisonville. Hill is a threat to steal, and Schiff chases him back. Kaysen Hill leads the rhythm in stolen bases. He's got 17. Which is probably good for 6th or something on the Henderson Flash. They have stolen 140 bases, and it's legit. They've stolen a dozen against Full Count in a game this year. They don't get caught too often. I think it's 15 times they've been caught. So when they get on base, they don't care what base it is. They'll steal second. They'll steal third. If you got first and third, they'll steal home. Ball and a strike. Jenkins, he grounds one to second. Slow roller, and Jacob Tucker has it pop right out of his glove. He was trying to go to second to get the force, but they don't get an out. So E4 allows Jenkins to reach. And full count, looking to see if they can make that error hurt. Barrett Brown, a switch hitting incoming freshman to Bellarmine University up in Louisville. He's from White House, Tennessee. Two separate words. Hill has a huge jump, does not go. And Brown takes a ball. Barrett, 3 RBIs in that game 2 of the doubleheader. Went 2 for 4 up in his dad's hometown, Madisonville. His grandpa, Tony Brown, he calls Grandy, I believe. And his grandma he calls Nan, who's watching on the Full Count Broadcast Network on YouTube. Cason Hill trying to give Barrett a little bit of help. Throw down to third, and it goes over the head of the first baseman. Heading down to second and getting there. So ball 3 and an error by the catcher puts runners at second and third. So second error for the Flash. And a 3-ball no strike count with cleanup hitter Hudson Separullo waiting on deck. The 3-0 green light to the recent senior at White House High School. The director, Susan Reese, not here tonight. Not in the director's chair. 3-1 pitch. Net is over to first base. Minio is going to take the out, and Barrett Brown gets another RBI. Driving in Cason Hill. The Framework Athletics first run of the game. Driven in on a ground out in the Full Count Rhythm lead, 1-0. You say right now it's an unearned run, right? Oh, you're going to assume that. Okay. Separullo at the plate, pops it up in the infield. Let's see, that's going to be right down Broadway, and shortstop Noah Briggs will come in and make the catch. Separullo is retired. And now 2 outs quickly. Rhythm will do well to score 2 in the inning when they had 2 on, nobody out. So first pitch swinging Separullo. Let's get those 2 outs up there. Now Tate Dickinson playing in his 20th game. See if he can drive in a run. Gabe Jenkins down at third base. The Flash walked off in a mercy rule against Full Count the other day. That's down the right field line, but Jacob Freilich is over, and he makes the catch heading toward the right field line for out number 3. So 1 run, it was unearned on 1 hit. There were 2 errors, and 1 runner was left on base. Rhythm get the early lead here, just getting started in a 9-inning scheduled ball game at Drakes Creek Park, field number 3. There is a girls softball tournament going on here inside the city park. Might hear some cheering from around the park as we head to break. You're watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. we're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Top of the second we go. Parker Davis looking to put up a 0 after his club got him the lead in the bottom of the first. Right now, only one other game going on in the Ohio Valley League. That is at Fulton. And Hoptown and the Railroaders are tied 2-2 in the top of the third. And it looks like there's a chance that the Madisonville Miners hosting the Paducah Chiefs possibly has been rained out or at least delayed right now. So no game for the Paducah Chiefs. It's of no consequence for Paducah. They can't get any better. They're in 4th place. That's line down the right field line, going foul. Dickinson could not get over there in time. Off the bat of Noah Briggs. Full Count is established as the 3rd place team. Henderson established as 1st place. Hoptown can do no better than 2nd, no worse. And Paducah is in 4th place. The only 2 teams that are not sure what's going to happen yet is Madisonville Miners and the Fulton Railroaders. Right now, Madisonville is in 1 game ahead of Fulton. Swing and a miss. Oh, missed a strike in there. That's a Corson Fire and Security strikeout. I thought Ava had got that second one up there pretty quick when I looked up there, and she hadn't. It was me, a little delayed. Thanks to Corson Fire and Security for their support of Full Count Rhythm. Grant Edwards, the vice president of the Full Count Ministries Board, a Corson Fire and Security employee. Eric Alexander on the ministry board is also an employee, and I see Grant is here. That's a strike on the outside corner. Grant Edwards, one of the original members that started the Full Count Ministry back in 2009, 2010. Davis tried to drop in a breaking pitch, a little sweeper there, but it stayed a little bit high. Jacob Freilich at the plate, playing in game number 23. He's hitting .310. Lefty on lefty matchup, and Davis doesn't get that call either. He goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Freilich, 27 hits. Includes 4 doubles, 4 home runs. He's got 22 RBIs. Swing and a miss. Davis gets another Corson K. It's now 3 in the ball game. And back-to-back strikeouts for the left-hander from Covington, Tennessee. Came in with 38. He was 7 behind Ryan Sweeney, not only for the team lead, but the lead in the Ohio Valley League. Davis' fastball misses up. Mason Bratcher for the Henderson Flash. Hadn't pitched in a while, I don't think. Last I checked, he had 45, which led the OVL. Swing and a miss. Oh, I thought I'm missing one the last time. I thought we had another one this time. Just inside. We've had 2 pitchers this year have had double-digit strikeouts in a game. That's going to be one Everybody walking off the field in a red jersey, and the first base umpire, Clinton Magnuson, says yes, and Parker Davis strikes out the side. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Rhythm. We will go to the bottom of the second. Full count, trying to add to their lead here against the Flash.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. The head honcho, Brooke Carmen, was up in the press box here, letting me know that Devin McCarron is here. Has played one game for the Full Count Rhythm, got injured, and he is on crutches. He's really not supposed to be, I don't think, putting more than 50% weight on his leg. Broken tibia and a broken fibula, I believe. Ava's basketball career is taking a big hit right here. Jay Fuller leads off. Ava tried to throw a bottle into the garbage can. It's, 12 feet away. Nothing but floor. Jeremiah, call me Jay Fuller, playing his 19th game. He is transferring from UAB to Southern University. All right, Ken. Need to ask Ken Stegall where Southern University is located. Is it in Louisiana? That's the one where he's going. Pretty sure he's going to a D1 Southern University. 2 balls and a strike. Isaiah and Keith Fuller, his parents, they probably know. I haven't heard from them in a while. And there's a called strike. Got to give a big howdy-ho to Devin McCarron right there. What are you doing up on that leg like that? You better get sitting down, boy. Get you a Chick-fil-A sandwich. 2-2 driven down the right field line. That is fair. And Fuller is rounding first. It's off the bottom of the wall. Fralick digs it out, and that is a Little Debbie double. Devin McCarron had to come up. He's on crutches, and I told Brooke, I said, bring him to the front of the press box, and I'll say howdy do. Good luck charm right there. Good to see Devin McCarron here. I actually was not here to broadcast the game the night that he and Tate Dickinson, as the shortstop and left fielder, ran into each other. And I hated not being able to call Devin McCarron's games. He has been out since that game, and it was his only game he played for the Rhythm. Cam Suggs nearly got plunked. He got hit by a pitch twice in the game against Paducah, or against Henderson. Called strike. That was in game 1 of the doubleheader. Cam heading to Volunteer State. after a year at AUM and nearly got hit, and maybe he did. He's shaking his hands. He needs to work on his acting skills a little bit better. Runners now first and second. He hadn't been hit all that often. He was only hit twice. Now he's been hit 3 times in the last 3 games. He's also all of a sudden developed a ball magnet. It is Chick-fil-A of Rivergate Appreciation Night here. And first 250 fans picked up a free coupon for a sandwich, chicken sandwich. And just like Todd Hunley, the owner-operator, he doesn't mind where you use those coupons. You can use them at his place or somewhere else, but he's a nice, generous man. Let's see, that's not Logan Haslam. Not sure if he's here tonight, but that may be Drew Lee, who was a catcher for the Flash last couple of years, I believe. I believe he is from Louisiana. I need to go back and find that. Isaiah, I understand that there's a lot of people that have not commented since we went off Facebook. And I hate that we're not on Facebook, but we kept getting kicked off and have no idea why. Somebody was thinking maybe it was our advertisements, which I have no idea what would be wrong with any of our advertisements. Why Facebook would think there was any problem unless they're anti-Christian, which is a very real possibility. Landon Rogers at the plate, 13 hits, all singles this year, playing in his 16th game, hitting .241, playing shortstop. He lines one out to center field, but that is right at Tyler Reinhardt in center field. Forgot we couldn't see the center fielder in that tight shot there, but line drive right to Reinhardt for out number 1. So a successful mound visit for the Flash coach. Now Joel Chandler, the second, Orange Beach, Alabama. 22nd game of the year. He's got 19 hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, hitting .284. Right down Broadway. Let's get the out up there and a strike. Slay Dog, sorry, buddy. I appreciate you saying who the yard card was for. Dominic Davis was thinking about throwing down to first base. Again, bobbled it. Braden Minio didn't even break to the bag, so I don't think a throw was imminent. Ball and a strike to Joel Chandler, the 9-hole hitter, as Kaysen Hill is waiting and ready on deck. Chandler lines that one over the glove of Jacob Tucker into right field. They're sending Jay Fuller. The throw goes to third, and now the throw back to second, and under the tag is Chandler. So give Chandler a single. Is that right? You got a single and on to second on the throw. Give him an RBI. And the Rhythm lead 2-0. And runners are on second and third. Jay Fuller comes in to score. Suggs moves over to third. And now Kaysen Hill at the plate. Who's got a yard card for Kaysen Hill right here? Ken Stegall. I'm going to let you have your own. Okay, I'm feeling it right here. I think it's a good call. And he taps one foul off of his foot. He has been hot lately. I mean, home run hot. Kaysen. Sanford Bulldog. 5'11", 180 pounds. Son of Brad Hill in College Grove, Ashley Bugg in Murfreesboro. Got a Pop and a Moo in Santa Fe, Tennessee. Papa Terry and Nana in Murfreesboro. Business management major down in Birmingham at Sanford. Has two runners on and takes a changeup on the inside corner for a called strike. Isaiah says Southern's in Baton Rouge. Good call, Ken Stegall. Popped up. Is that going to get back and out of play? It is. Mike Harrell over to make the catch.
And that's a AAA auto glass foul ball. That was not caught by Tim Reese in the press box. Take it to the Merch Pavilion for a souvenir.
It came close. Whoops. I just struck out Cason Hill. Don't do it. He's got a yard card. Whoa. Sometimes those cameras have to get moved. Hill with a 2-2 count. He grounds one under the glove, under two gloves. Under Peyton Tatum, the third baseman, and then under Noah Briggs, the shortstop's glove. For a seeing, you can't get a better seeing eye hit than that right there. Three gloves. That's a hard hit ball if it gets through the left fielder's glove, too. Give Cason Hill his 32nd RBI. And runners at the corners. That's back-to-back hits brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage. And the third hit of the inning. And the Rhythm lead 3-0. Batting in the bottom of the second. Slow roller to the left side. Parker Schiff gloves, throws low, dug out of there by Minio. But Joel Chandler comes in to score on the ground out. And it's 4-0. Now 2 outs. So Ken loses his yard card, but he did get an RBI and a single. He said he'll take it. Down to second base goes Cason Hill. And the Rhythm lead 4-0. Barrett Brown at the plate. He's got 2 bombs on the year. Saw his dad. A huge jump. That's a stolen base and not a wild pitch. But that's maybe the easiest stolen base Cason Hill will have all year. Parker Schiff looked back at him one time, or Palmer Schiff. We want to call him Parker. I do. Chris said he wanted to call him Parker. But it's Palmer. He's going to take a 2-out knock as Brown looks at a called strike. Again, a lot of buttons to push up here. I'm missing my director. Brown hitting .275. He's got a double, 2 home runs. He's picked up an RBI and a ground out. That gives him 17 on the year with 14 hits. He's got 1 less RBI than game played. That's pretty good output. If you can average an RBI a game. It pops this one up out to center field. Tyler Reinhart over toward left center field, and he makes the one-handed catch. We're out number 3. Big inning for the Rhythm. They score 3 runs, all earned on 3 hits. No errors. 1 runner was left on base. We are through 2, scheduled for 9. And hopefully the rain will leave us alone here tonight. I don't think it did Madisonville. We'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm.
As a token of our appreciation,
It is time that we show appreciation to Todd and Linda Hunley. That's unfortunately the best shot I can get right there. Josh Carmen, the head coach. I could zoom, but then I'd have to fix it. They're the owner-operators of Chick-fil-A of Rivergate for about 25 years. And you're not going to find a more generous couple of people right there. They're a host family for the second year. They had 2 VMI cadets. Now one has gone back for some Army training, sir. Bryson Hamilton has left the squad, but Gabe Jenkins is still here from VMI. They've been staying out at the Chicken Man's house. I mean, probably doesn't get any better than that unless you're at the Lamar's Palace. They've got like a castle over there. Or you could stay at the Dorn's house, but you got to hang out with James, little 8-year-old James. First pitch from Davis in the top of the third. Misses. That is a fly ball. Popped up just into the outfield grass and off the bat of Drew Eisenberg. Catch made by Kaysen Hill for out number 1. Eisenberg playing on only his 9th game of the year, came in late. Has 6 hits, batting .400, 3 RBIs. All those hits are singles as Jacob Tucker, the 9-hole hitter, steps in. Playing in his 22nd game, and he fouls one off the top of the screen. Strike number 1, hitting .222, 14 RBIs. He's got 7 doubles. In his 16 hits, half of his hits are extra bases. He's got 1 home run. Davis has struck out 4 in the first 2 innings. Delivered a couple pitches high. Dan says it's pouring there in Madisonville. They were supposed to host Paducah tonight. Jay Fuller's going back, and at the Chick-fil-A sign, hauls it in, loses his lid, but the sign stays up. Well, that's perfect timing right there, Jay Fuller. Hit the cow out there, why don't you? And a haul in a deep fly ball off the bat of Jacob Tucker. It's 370 to the center field batter's eye wall. That was probably hit about 368. And they want to check on Jay Fuller, and he gives the thumbs up. And now to the top of the lineup, Gunnar Waldrop. Looks at a breaking pitch over for a called strike, and I don't think he liked that call. Waldrop lined out to Hudson Separulo, the first base coach, or the first baseman. He doesn't coach when Henderson flashes at the plate. That is, I believe, John Reynolds. Who, as I understand, he's also a high school coach, an assistant coach with J.D. Arndt at Henderson High School. Surely we got some Henderson Flash people watching and listening tonight, if any of that information. If I put anything out there and it's wrong, send a YouTube chat in, or you can send an email to treesports@gmail.com. We're kind here. We're not going to throw you under the bus. We'll talk bad about you. But if you don't want everybody to see it on the YouTube chat, you can send me a private email. Parker tried to get Waldrop to chase there, but instead of Full Count Ministries, full count. And our first full count of the day. That's out to right field over is Dickinson, and he's under it and makes the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning for Parker Davis and the full count rhythm, and retiring Waldrop 2 out of the 2 times he's come to the plate. That's a big ask. He is probably going to win the Offensive Player of the Year award this year, same as John Paul Head for the Full Count Rhythm did last year. Heading to the bottom of the third, Full Count scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second. See if they can add on in the third. Take a break and be back to this short timeout.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for the Henderson Flash, Riken Burkett, 5'11", 170-pound sophomore from Hanover College, hometown Princeton, Indiana. I believe I got the Riken right, Burkett or Burkett. Feel like it's Burkett. Again, if that's incorrect, feel free to correct me. He hasn't pitched that much, and against the Rhythm anyway. We'll see how much he's pitched. So he's on in relief of Palmer Schiff. Burkett, 23 innings. This is his 10th appearance, so he has pitched a decent amount in the summer. Well, he's pitched at least once against Full Count. And that is it, back on June 24th. He'll face 4, 5, and 6 in the Rhythm lineup.
Number 19, Hudson Saparulo.
Saparulo swung at the first pitch that he saw in the first inning and popped out to the shortstop, Noah Briggs. Right now, his fiancée, Laney, is worried about a pitch up and in the moneymaker. She was worried the other day when he had a pitch come high and tight on him and said, do not let your face get hit. He's getting married tomorrow night, folks, and in Nashville. She does not want his face marred for the wedding photos. Laney Baker, soon to be Laney Saparulo. His dad Tommy will be up from Jackson. Mom Mary Kate from Paris, Tennessee. And it looks like the game is not completely rained out yet at Madisonville. Now 3 balls and a strike. I texted Aiden DeFrance, the Paducah Chiefs broadcaster. He sent a picture. They're out with diamond dry and rakes. They don't have a tarp at Madisonville. They're trying to get that game in. 3-1 pitch is ball 4, and Saparulo will draw the base on balls to begin the third.
Now batting for your Full Count Rhythm, the right fielder.
No yard card used right there for Hudson Saparulo. They're talking about playing at 8:30 is what Aiden DeFrance says. And let's see what is happening in the Fulton Railroaders Hoptown game. Top of the 4th, 4-3, Fulton leads. Tate Dickinson flew out to right field. His counterpart made the catch to end the first inning. He's going to do it again. Lifts this one out to Jacob Freilich. He moves over toward the line and makes an easy catch out of your view for out number 1. Jay Fuller coming to the plate.
Center fielder, number 21.
He doubled
Fuller.
and scored in the second. Made a spectacular defensive play, robbing extra bases from Jacob Tucker in the top of the third. Riken Burkett on the mound. Delivers low. R-A-I-C-K. Is it E-N? Yes, E-N. I believe his mom one time chimed in on a home game that we had with Henderson way back earlier in the year. So he's gone 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting center fielder. Palmer Schiff goes 2 innings, gives up 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those are earned. Did not walk or strike out a batter. Did plunk one, faced 12. Separulo is very short lead at first base. He's on the move now. Throw to second and back to first base. Fuller beats the throw from Briggs. And that's a good swap for full count in terms of speed on the bases. But now there are 2 outs. Cam Suggs steps to the plate. He's got a couple of big flies. Son of Cam and Jessica Suggs from Greenbrier, Tennessee. Playing in his 22nd game of the year. He's got 12 RBIs. And was hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Flash wearing their gray pants, yellow tops with the blue sleeves. Got a little vest look to the Flash. Burkett having trouble delivering pitches over the plate. Paul Johnson, the last time he was here, was pretty had a pretty wide zone on the outside of the plate for sure. Maybe he's dialed that in. Haven't seen a lot of them show up on that outside yet. Filler had a jump. He's going to get thrown out at first base, though. He had a hop off, but he didn't get back as the pitch came in, and he is picked off at first base. So 3 up, 3 down ultimately, as Dominic Davis picks off Jay Fuller for out number 3.
In the bottom of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base. Your score remains 4-0.
And we are through 3, 4-0 full count leads. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Five to 5 at Fulton. Hoptown and the Railroaders starting to pile on the runs. Chase Cameron just hit a solo shot for the Roaders to tie that game up in the bottom of the 4th. Trying to see if that's the only home run. It's not. Hoptown apparently has a couple of new players. This is a swing and a miss by Peyton Tatum from Parker Davis. Begin the top of the 4th. Somebody named Diggs for Hoptown hit a home run. If you've ever been to Fulton, there's a high likelihood that balls go out there. 225-foot right field fence with about a 60-foot high combined wooden wall and netting that guards the public safety building on the other side of Low House Field. Davis has gone 3 balls and a strike to Peyton Tatum, who struck out swinging in the first, hitting .318. He's got 22 RBIs, does the left-handed hitting third baseman, who's drawn a walk to lead off the fourth. That is Davis's first walk. Came in with 26 in the third innings and only walked 11 batters, 38 strikeouts. Now he's up to 42, 3 behind the OVL leaders, which includes his teammate Ryan Sweeney. And he misses the first pitch to another left-handed hitting first baseman Braden Minio, who doubled off the base of the right center field wall. Davis walks off the mound. He's going to try to regather himself. Doesn't have a lot of time to do that. There's a pitch clock in college baseball. Minio with an open stance. There's a called strike. Mineo. One of the Texans, runner from first takes off, swing and a miss. Throw down is not in time or not collected by Rogers as Tatum gets in under the tag. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner at second. That's a line drive into right field. That's going to get down, and that's going to score a run. Minio's going to hang tight at first base as the stolen base that put Tatum in scoring position helps them to score their first run. And it's 4-1. Minio picks up his 32nd RBI, and he's 2 for 2. Leadoff walks. They come in to score 95% of the time, and 75% of all statistics are made up. Dominic Davis takes a called strike, takes a healthy hack there, and it's down in the count 0-2. Bowling Green, Kentucky. He brought his friends from Harding University with him, Peyton Tatum and Braden Minio. That's off the glove of Hudson Separulo. That's going to be an infield single for Dominic Davis. Nice diving attempt.
Number 11, Noah Briggs.
And a pretty good pitch there by Davis. Dominic Davis just did a good job of covering the plate, going with the pitch. Now Noah Briggs, the tying run, is at the plate. He's got 3 long balls on the year, 5 doubles, hitting .322, and takes a home run cut there. Comes up empty. There's Jay Myers checking in. Chris Freeman just asking about Jay Myers. He is on the YouTube chat.
Jay, my friend.
Jay's your friend. He's everybody's friend. He's a part-time research assistant for the broadcast. When he's here, he's probably up in White House, Tennessee, the father of J.C. Myers, who was one and done for the Rhythm. You know, I didn't hear any more about what was going on with J.C.'s arm. I didn't know if he had scheduled surgery or if it was something he's just going to be able to take care of with physical therapy or rest. I hope the latter and not the former, as he is heading to Trevecca after a couple of years at Columbia State. Popped up and out of play at AAA Auto Glass. Foul ball over toward field number 4. We have not seen, that may be the first one that's left the playing area tonight. Do what? Oh, well, other than the ones that come back here to the press box. That's right. We have had a couple of those. Jay Meyer said it's been a long year. 2-2 count. Long look back at second. And the pitch is high and away, and the full count Ministries full count. It is July 17th, so we're on the downhill slide. Strained UCL for the young right-hander. Second-year rhythm player. I hated we didn't get to see him all summer. Noah Briggs, it's a full count. And a swing and a miss. Doesn't matter, a Corson. Fire and security strikeout. Sets down Briggs for out number one. It's the second time he's gone down swinging. And now the Rhythm are a double play away out of getting out of the inning. Clark Grease not playing in tonight's game. And he's played, best I can see, is he's been playing sparingly the last couple of weeks as that pitch nearly plunks Freilich. Two-way player. He's having an excellent year. Batting average of .453, but only has 63 plate appearances. Check swing called strike. Grease wears the number 99. He's from Evansville, Indiana. Oakland City University. Right-handed pitcher and plays outfield. He did play in the doubleheader against Hoptown. Tapper slow to Hudson Separulo, and he's going to have to glove and tag, and he does. Nice play by Separulo to get out number two. Both runners move up. Tyler Reinhardt at the plate. He's got 7 big flies, and for a while he was leading the OVL in home runs, but it's kind of slowed down a bit. And his teammate Gunnar Waldrop now has 9. They lead the OVL in home runs. In a minute, I'll tell you how many they got. I think they got about 48 or 49. That's on the inside corner, called strike. Davis working inside and outside. 46, just like I said. 46, according to Game Changer. So I ain't going to miss. That pitch a little elevated. Reinhardt was part of the 3 straight strikeouts in the second inning, as Davis got Briggs, Freilich, and Reinhardt. He got Briggs this inning. Freilich grounded out. He's trying to get Reinhardt. Barrett Brown's left arm's going to be a little longer than it was when he got here, as he has caught several balls up and to the right. So if Parker Davis was a chart for the stock market, that's where he'd be throwing it, up and to the right. And there he does it, upper and righter, and a swing and a miss, and a Corson fire and security strikeout. 6th of the game for Davis. He now has 44, 1 behind the OVL leaders in that category. The Flash score 1 run on 2 hits. That leadoff walk came back to score. Peyton Tatum with a walk and a stolen base driven in by Minio. No errors in the inning. 2 runners were left aboard. Head to the bottom of the 4th. Full count leads 4-1.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Jay Myers, to answer your question, they are not auctioning these Chick-fil-A of Rivergate specialty jerseys not tonight. They look nice. They definitely look nice. Cam Suggs to lead off, facing Riken Burkett. Came on in relief in the third inning for Palmer Schiff, who went 2 innings. First pitch swinging. Cam Suggs fouls it off to the right. AAA autoglass. Foul ball. Suggs hit by a pitch. He was at the plate when Jay Fuller was picked off by Dominic Davis at first base. The 0-1. It's grounded to third, gloved by Tatum. His throw a little bit high, and Minio does a little tap dance over there. Suggs, trying to get away from any possible tag, goes low. But Minio able to get his foot on the base before Suggs could get his hand on there. Now Landon Rogers coming to the plate. He lined out to the center fielder with 2 on in the second inning. Landon went to Briarcrest. Found out last home game that he was a double state champion. Swings and foul tips that one into the glove at Briarcrest Christian Academy. Basketball and baseball. Doug, his dad, gave us that intel. It's down in Memphis, and that's out to right center field. And a running catch made by Jacob Freilich. Rogers bid for his first extra base hit of the year. Taken away by Freilich. The nice jump for out number 2. Rogers hit 2 so far to the outfield. So Sladen Moses apparently has other plans on a Friday night. He is not here to be our bat boy or ball boy. Joel Chandler, the second, had to toss the bat back to another rhythm player. Chandler swings at the first pitch, and he pops this one up in the shallow right field. Freilich comes on and makes a knee-high catch for a quick 1-2-3 inning for Riken Burkett. And we will go to the top of the 5th. It's getting early, or late early here. Heading to the 5th. Doug Rogers says he's here. He called a yard card for Landon. Second person to lose their yard card on Landon Rogers. We got to get him going, though. Take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcasting Network. Final home game of the regular season. Playoffs start, weather permitting, on Monday. Full Count will host either the Fulton Railroaders or the Madisonville Miners. Depends on who finishes in sixth place in the six-team league. Henderson Flash and the Hoptown Hoppers will await the winners of the three-game series. That is Full Count against one of Madisonville or Fulton, and Paducah versus the other team. We've been delivered Chick-fil-A of Rivergate gift cards from Todd Hunley. But they were provided by Vanessa Dorn, the oldest sibling of Ava. Foul tip into the glove by Drew Eisenberg. He popped out to the second baseman, Cason Hill, in his first at-bat, leading off for the second time here in the top of the fifth, and he is a strikeout victim. The Wren Lake Warrior goes down, and a Corson fire and security strikeout. That's now 45 on the season for Parker Davis. I knew I was going to look at something. I wanted to see when the last time Mason Bratcher pitched. "26 innings. As Jacob Tucker stands in, he swings and fouls that one off to field number 4, AAA Autoglass foul ball. Thanks to Dylan Doris and the Doris family for their generous support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball, as that one gets to the backstop. Just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed. Mason Bratcher has not pitched in the month of July. I wonder if his school has said enough is enough. Davis been a little bit wild at times. He's only walked one batter. 3-ball, 1-strike count. Bratcher Lee University is a big swing there on an inside pitch and a foul tip into the glove. We'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. We'll have a Full Count Ministries verse or verses of the game toward the end. Normally provided by Julie Sweeney and a 1-out walk to Tucker. Gets us back to the top of the lineup. Gunnar Waldrop, the dangerous right-handed hitter, steps to the plate. Having a summer to remember for sure. I need to know where Gunnar Waldrop went to high school. Let's see if I can noodle that one. First pitch to Waldrop. He wanted to, whoops. Let's put that runner on first base. And now put a strike. High and away. Long look at first, and then a slow breaking pitch. Winks at the outside corner. Says Paul Johnson, our home plate umpire. One-two pitch. Drilled out to right center field. Jay Fuller on the run, and he's under it. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Third baseman, number 6, Peyton Tatum.
Now Peyton Tatum, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout, steps to the plate. Stay tuned. Between the innings, we're going to have the ACS Home Builders Rhythm History lesson. Had a day off yesterday and went and did a lot of research on Full Count Rhythm history. Pitch is high. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting third baseman. Has a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Riverdale High School. Gunnar Waldrop is a Riverdale Warrior, or was, from Murfreesboro. Another breaking pitch on the inside corner as Davis has clawed his way back. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss on the outside corner, and a Corson fire and security strikeout. And Parker Davis, now the OVL leader, I believe, in strikeouts. That is 8 on the night for Davis after 5 innings, and that will be our theme for the ACS Home Builders 5th inning, as I did some research on who the strikeout leaders were in full count rhythm. And the most strikeouts ever for a rhythm pitcher in a ball game happened in the second game ever played in full count rhythm history. It was up at Fulton. See if I can find my little note. Luke Sennard, who's now pitching in the Atlanta Braves organization, from Beach High School, the same high school he and Chase Burns, who's a current Cincinnati Red and an All-Star, were teammates for Josh Carman, who was the head coach at Beach High School that year. And Luke Sennard played for the full count rhythm in the inaugural year, struck out 15 batters in 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, faced 20 batters, struck out 15 of them on June 5th, 2021. And he, as the second most strikeouts in rhythm history, he has 13 strikeouts. That was also against Fulton on July 2nd, so almost a month later in 6 innings. He struck out 13 batters. I don't think, I got everything on a sticky. I think the most strikeouts was 12 after that. So he's got, and of those 13, he had 7 in a row. Luke Sennard, the most strikeouts in rhythm history, 15. This year, the Rhythm have had 2 double-digit performances by pitchers who are no longer on the staff, as Kason Hill takes a called strike to begin the bottom of the 4th. He's 2 for 2. Now has 36 hits, 1 behind Gabe Jenkins, who's on deck. Changeup misses down from Riken Burkett. Caleb Pika had 11 strikeouts in one of the 2 games that he pitched for full count this year. See if I can find the date on that. Back on June 2nd. And then Trent Miller, another former Fall State Pioneer, had 11 strikeouts on June 22nd, the only 2 in double digits this year. Reach out and poke that one out of play. AAA Autoglass, foul ball. A big AAA glass and AAA Autoglass signs out on the batter's eye, right next to the 2 retired jerseys for Hendersonville High School. Mike Hendricks, the longtime coach. And a slow breaking pitch gets Hill swinging. Out number 1. That's Burkett's first strikeout of the game. Pitching in his 3rd inning. Double-digit strikeouts last year. One of the assistant coaches for Full Count Rhythm, Jonas Smithson, had 10 strikeouts on July 2nd at Fulton. And his teammate then at Trevecca, on the first game of the year, Logan Harrell struck out 10 Chiefs here at Hendersonville. It's Gabe Jenkins, who's 0 for 2, stands in. And Avo, if he's 0 for 2, he is due. And that is fisted into center field. There you go, Ava. Look at you prognosticating. A single into center field. That's off the hands. Jenkins picks up his 38th hit. Gunnar Waldrop came in with 47 hits. 26 of those 47 for extra bases. Barrett Brown is at the plate. He's 0 for 2, but he's got an RBI. Batting left-handed, takes a pitch high and away. I'm not positive what the Ohio Valley League record is for hits, but the Rhythm's record for hits is last year's 63 hits by John Paul Head. I got to believe that's pretty close, but they may have played more games. I know we played more games in the Ohio Valley League in 2021, so there's a chance that years prior, throw over to first, and Jenkins is back. John Paul had 11 home runs last year. That led the OVL. He was the Triple Crown winner last year. Batting average .450. And he played about every game. On base average of .577. 63 hits. He scored 52 runs. 11 home runs, 56 RBIs. 39 walks. 3 balls and a strike to Brown. John Paul went on to have an excellent year for the University of Alabama Birmingham this past year, and I think he's burning up one of the summer leagues that he's playing in. 3-1 pitch from Burkett, and that is fouled in and out of the glove of Dominic Davis. Move a full count ministry. Full count. One out. We'll see if Jenkins is off. He is hopping off the back. Burkett holds him. And there's a foul ball off to the building that is the third base dugout. It's also the Hendersonville High School's locker room, weight room, and batting cages. It's a huge building that blocks our view of the left field corner and the Rhythm bullpen. We're about 120 feet away from home plate in the press box here, and hoping that we get a new press box next year. A swing and a miss, and Brown is down on strikes. So a strikeout of Cason Hill, a single by Gabe Jenkins, a strikeout of Barrett Brown. We move to Hudson Separulo, the fiancé of Laney Baker. Not sure if Laney's here or she's still making wedding plans. They're getting married tomorrow somewhere in Nashville. I asked him. He came on the broadcast at Madisonville on Wednesday night in Game 2 and did an excellent job as a color analyst. And I asked him the question where they were getting married, but we didn't get the answer to that. He needs to hit a home run, though. Should I go ahead? I'm going to go ahead and go yard card right here. Yard card. I believe Hudson's going to take one out of here. Jenkins is on the move. The pitch is called a strike. The throw down is in time, so Hudson Separulo is going to have to do it to lead off the sixth. That from here looked like Jenkins was in ahead of the throw, but not according to Colby Adams, the third base umpire. And his opinion's the only one that matters. A caught stealing for Jenkins. That is, let's see how many times he's been caught. That's the 4th time he's been caught. He's now 14 for 18. As the Rhythm have the second runner nabbed on bases. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 5, and it is 4-1. Rhythm lead, trying to get their 20th win of the year. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This is Lucy. You're listening to Full Count Rhythm Base with my compound Tim Reese on the Full Count Sports Network.
Lucy Drew, she wanted to get in on the act. Saw her brother do it. Heard her cousins, Reese and Sloan, do the little bumper, throwing it back to Grandpa on the Full Count Sports Network. That's what I had originally, at the beginning of this year, thought we were going to change Full Count Broadcast Network to the Full Count Sports Network, but we just had too many other bumpers and commercials already lined up that said Broadcast Network, so that didn't happen. Parker Davis back out for the top of the 6th. The Rhythm this year have had 5 pitchers, 5 different pitchers, go 6 or more innings this year, and he's going to have to go through 3, 4, and 5 here in the 6th inning. Got a new first baseman. Edward McLeod is in for Hudson Separulo, which means he's not going to get a chance to hit that home run for me. He's got to go to a rehearsal dinner or something. Lined on the first base line foul. Minio's 2 for 2, doubled in the first, single drove in a run in the 4th. Davis is one of those 5 pitchers. He's gone 7 innings. That's out to left center field. Long run for Jay Fuller. Dive, and he can't come up with it. Minio's going to pick up another double. Head first dive into second base.
Now batting the catcher, number 7, Dominic Davis.
Diving attempt by Fuller. He had a long way to go because he was playing Minio to pull the ball. Braden now 8 doubles on the season. Gabe Jenkins, the left fielder, was playing Minio more of as a straightaway right-handed hitter. Now Dominic Davis, 1 for 2, steps to the plate. Edward McLeod, the Sanford Bulldog, in for Hudson Separulo at first base. Ball and a strike. Davis delivers. That's in there for a called strike. Edward McLeod staying in the Dorn house this summer. Just upstairs, a tick. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Davis flew out in the first and had an infield single off the glove of Separulo at first base, and he's going to look at a Full Count Ministries full count. 8-6, the Railroaders lead Hoptown. They are headed to the bottom of the 6th. That's out to right field. Tate Dickinson will make the catch, and Minio's going to stay at second. He was not tagging as the throw comes into Landon Rogers.
Shortstop, number 11, Noah Briggs.
So Davis has flown out twice to Dickinson. Briggs has struck out twice. Davis has 8 strikeouts in the first 5 innings. That now gives him 46 on the season. Austin Nichols, the Rhythm record with 73 in year number 1. As Davis has gone 2 balls and no strikes on Briggs. Lee University, he's a Flame from Thompson Station, Tennessee, 6'2", 190-pound freshman. Davis gone 3-0. Trevecca and Lee University play in the, they're in the, both in the Gulf South, right? Okay. I know they play each other during the year. 4-pitch walk. And Briggs will reach for the first time. Third walk of the game, and Josh Carmen out. And it looks like Parker Davis is not going to complete 6 innings. Mr. Carmen's going to take the baseball, and we're going to have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. We'll take a break and be right back. Tell you about the new pitcher when we return.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm.
This is Sloan Snapka. You're listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa.
Hey, that's me, Sloan Snapka's grandpa. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, call to the bullpen. Incoming freshman to Belmont University, Jackson Goddard, 6'3", 180-pound right-hander from Liberty Creek High School. He is the son of Rich Goddard from Portland, Tennessee, and Missy Lozano from Hendersonville. Brother to Tyler and James. Got a grandpa and a grandma and a nanny all in Gallatin, Tennessee. Parker Davis goes 5 1/3 innings. Gives up 4 hits. 3 of them were to Braden Minio. And at this point, 1 run. Walked 3. Struck out 8. And he faced 23 batters and is in line for the victory, which will be his second on the year. Jackson Goddard on in relief. He came in relief in which one of those Madisonville games? The second game. Pitched an inning, struggled, walked 2, hit a batter, faced 6, did strike out a batter, did not allow a hit or a run. And we're ready. The inside pitch to Freilich with runners at first and second. I think Jackson undyed his hair. I don't see the blonde locks coming out of that red hat. These are specialty hats as well as specialty jerseys. They are not being auctioned off. Jacob Fralick 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. Left-handed hitter. He's going to throw down to second. But Minio is back. I thought it was ball 3. Goddard on for his 9th appearance. It's his 4th in relief. 19 innings. He's given up 19 hits, 19 runs. He's walked 21 batters, which leads the club. Struck out 22. There's a 3-0 pitch right down Broadway. 8.53 ERA. He is facing his 100th batter of the summer. Gets a swing and a miss or a foul tip, says home plate umpire Paul Johnson. Clinton Magnuson down at first. Colby Adams is currently in the middle of the diamond. He's a third base umpire. On deck, Tyler Reinhardt. Swing and a miss on a pitch that would have been ball 4. And a Corson fire and security strikeout. First of the game for Goddard, and the 9th by Rhythm pitching. Tyler Reinhardt, glad to see Parker Davis leave. He struck out twice against Davis. Goddard steps off the mound. That's his one and only allowed disengagement. Reinhardt, 6'3", 205-pound freshman at Ohio Northern. Runner from second takes off. Pitch is a strike. The throw down. And not in time. So Minio picks up a stolen base. And a 0-1 count to Reinhardt. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-2, you don't want to go fat here. Runner takes off for second, no throw. Pitch was close. I think the other day that would have been strike 3, but tonight, no. Noah Briggs picks up the 3rd stolen base of the game. Foul tipped. And a 1-2 count. That's strike 3 on the outside corner. The quick tag by Bear Brown. Reinhardt was trying to play possum there. Corson fire and securities. Goddard comes in and strikes out the 2 batters that he faces. Gives up a couple of stolen bases, but no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are headed to the home half of the 6th inning. Rhythm needs some Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs. Take a break and be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Edward McLeod, who came in for Hudson Separulo, is going to lead off the 6th inning. Be followed by Tate Dickinson and Jay Fuller. McLeod facing Riken Burkett. Delivers a slider to the backstop. Devin McCarron chimed in earlier and said he can't get upstairs. I understand that. It's good seeing Devin at the ball game. Got hurt in a 6-1 loss to Madisonville back on, I believe it was June 16th, as McLeod can't hold up on the slider outside. He and Tate Dickinson ran into each other. McCarron had just moved from third base to shortstop, and Dickinson was playing left field. There was a pop-up in between left and the infield, and they collided, and McCarron broke his tibia and his fibula, I believe. Unless one of those is in the arm. I think those are both in the leg. Pretty sure it wasn't his femur, though. 1-2 pitch. Edward gets that AAA autoglass foul ball off or over the netting. McLeod playing in his 19th game, hitting .295. He's got 18 hits, 4 doubles, a triple. Looking for his first home run of the year. He's got 11 RBIs. Right here wouldn't be a bad spot, Edward. A swing and a miss, and he will go back to the dugout and contemplate that pitch from Riken Burkett. Third strikeout of the game for Burkett. Hudson Separulo was telling us on the broadcast the other day how much help Edward McLeod has been to him this summer, and in many ways, one of which is helped Hudson move into his new apartment that he and the soon-to-be Mrs. Laney Separulo will live in. He's going to have a very short honeymoon. Getting married tomorrow night. Sunday is it. Laney starts a new job, I believe, on Monday, and Hudson said he'd be right here for the playoff game. This is popped up to the right side. Dickinson is going to be 0 for 3 as Minio, the first baseman, gets right over into Jacob Tucker's area and makes the catch. And 2 outs here in the 6th. Tate Dickinson now 0 for 3. Jay Fuller steps in. He's 1 for 2. Doubled and scored in the 2nd. Reached on a fielder's choice and was picked off in the 3rd. He is the center fielder tonight. Played some nice defense out there for the Rhythm. Nobody has sent in a email to T-Reese Sports tonight. Fulton Railroaders trying their best to get a victory. They're leading now 9-6. Game is in the top of the 7th inning. They're playing at Fulton. That's their last home game of the regular season. Swing and a miss by Fuller. One pitch, 2 out, nobody on. That's a called strike, the outside corner. Jay, 6 foot, 195 pounds, from Oak Grove, Alabama, a finance and accounting major. son of Isaiah and Key Fuller. He's got sisters Zion and Shiloh, probably down in Oak Grove. Fouls that one off the screen. Poppy and Nana are in Bessemer, Alabama. Granddad and Grandma are in Oak Grove, Alabama. Stays in the host home of Damon and Tanya Walls' first-year host family. Damon is a firefighter. It's Firefighter Friday. Ground ball to Jacob Tucker at second. He gloves and throws on to Minio for a 1-2-3 inning. For the Flash, we are 2/3 of the way through this game. Rhythm with 1 in the first, 3 in the second, lead 4-1. Could not get anybody on for a possible Country Financial Zach Williams insurance run. Thanks to Zach Williams for his support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. The former play-by-play broadcaster, my partner the first 4 years, I guess, in the Full Count Rhythm history. His last year was the Prospect League year, and then he and his wife Maggie decided to start having babies. They have 2 now, Maddox and Zipporah, son and daughter. Get a hold of Zach Williams at 615-758-7148. If you got a Full Count Rhythm program, he's in there. He's right underneath the Edge Appraisal Services with Travis Smith. And he's right next to Brandon Shell, Cross-Driven Construction. They take up that full-page ad right there, right across from the Tabors, Doctor and Doctor. Dennis, Kid City Smiles General Dentistry, Mary Beth Tabor. And Jason Tabor at Tabor Dental Associates. He doesn't deal with kids. He doesn't even like them. I think they have 3 daughters, I want to say. I could be wrong about that, just kind of spitballing. But appreciate Jason and Mary Beth Tabor. They have been, I think, in the program every year that Full Count Rhythm's been in existence, and that's since 2021. And just to continue a little bit of the ACS Home Builders Rhythm history, Full Counts, so I'll get that final out up there, look over at the computer and see where people think we're still in the bottom of the 6th. All-time record against the Henderson Flash coming into this game. Full Count is 16-9 against the Flash. Trying to go 17-9. Jackson Goddard still on the hill. Delivers high and away to Drew Eisenberg, who's 0 for 2. Make sure I got to all of the YouTube chats. Julie Sweeney did send in the Full Count Ministries verses of the game. Jay Myers saying that JC, his son, has a strained UCL. Should be throwing here soon. Looked like somebody just turned a light on out there. A swing and a miss. Not sure if one of the light bulbs had been dimmed and all of a sudden it got some energy again. Fastball moves Eisenberg off the plate. Drew a fairly close distance away from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Attends Wren Lake. He's a 2-way player. Fouls that one over toward field number 2. Not sure if they're still playing over there or not. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. He'll play some outfield. Also pitches. He's entered 4 games on the mound, 6 1/3 innings. 2-2 pitch. Lands outside, a Full Count Ministries full count. Lined into right field, that's down for a base hit.
Second baseman, number 10, Jacob Tucker.
Just now seeing the comment that Devin said, constant high-pitched ring. Let me know if that's still happening. I had the crowd mic up pretty high, and that might have had something to do with it. Jacob Tucker stands in. He's walked and flown out, takes a called strike. Looking for a double play ball right here. Fastball upstairs. Runner hops off but does not go. Swing and a miss. Tucker's an LSU Eunice player along with Tate Dickinson and Ryder Blanchard of Full Count Rhythm. Also Jacob Freilich, runner goes this time and pitches in the turf. Brown will retrieve. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second base is Eisenberg. Gets the 4th steal of the game for the leading base stealing club in the league. Fastball just downstairs. Another Full Count Ministries full count. Goddard still has not looked comfortable yet. Didn't look comfortable at Madisonville. Struck out the first 2 batters. Got off the hook there as that's a ground ball to second base. Cason Hill looks it into the glove. He'll throw over to McLeod. But Eisenberg moves down to third in 1 out. Now the top of the lineup, and you're playing with fire because Gunnar Waldrop is 0 for 3, and I'm sure he doesn't go 0 for very much. Lined out to the first baseman, flown out to the right fielder and the center fielder. Came in hitting .392. And he shakes that head. I think he's done that about every first pitch that he's seen. That's one of those that's kind of sneaking out into that left-handed batter's box a little bit right there. Henderson has sewn up first place. They in Hoptown will await the round 1 winners. That series, I believe, gets started, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Is that start on Thursday, I think? Friday? There's an off day? Off day, so Friday. So they'll wait a week before they play. Swinging a miss on a high fastball. What happens around this time, though, is guys start saying, hey, I want to get a vacation before I go back to school. And especially on those teams that don't play for a week, you got guys that say, I think I'm just going to go ahead and go on home. So it'll be curious to see. That pretty close to where the first pitch was, and Jackson Goddard saying, where is that? I got the call on the very first pitch, and you didn't give it to me on the 4th pitch. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rhythm had a 4-0 lead. And Waldrop was able to hold up there, and we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. Henderson scored their lone run in the top of the 4th. Have a runner at third with 1 out. First base is open, so you don't want to give him anything fat. He gave him something fat, and he lined it into center field for a base hit, an RBI single for Waldrop. And the lead is down to 2. He picks up RBI number 46, which I'm pretty sure is tops in the Ohio Valley League. Josh Carmen is out of the dugout, and that 99% of the time means a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. We cannot see the bullpen from our vantage point, But I can see Josh Carmen looking down there, using context clues, and seeing somebody come out from behind that building. We'll have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen here on Firefighter Friday. Take a break. Be right back.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm.
This is Andrew Snapka. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my father-in-law, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network. Booyah!
Yeah! Okay. Booyah! Booyah!
I want to get a little spice of them. I gotta get off. I mean, I'm getting.
Snapka's had some fun doing that. Those audio recordings that night for sure. Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Luke Vierkant, a Trevecca Trojan, rising redshirt freshman, pitching about the third time in maybe the last 4 games. Vierkant, 5'10", 165 pounds, from Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Played his high school baseball at Goodpasture, state champs. Eric and Casey Vierkant, his parents, Levi and Eva, his siblings. Granny in Virginia, Nani's here in Hendersonville. And he is a left-hander. On for his 11th appearance of the year. That is now second on the club in appearances. 23 in the third innings, giving up 23 hits, 16 runs, 15 earned. Walked 6, struck out 24. Plunked 4 batters as a 5.79 ERA. And which one of those games did he pitch in at Madisonville? Just go ahead and pull it out of your binder. He's going to face Peyton Tatum with 1 run in and a runner on and 1 out. He's squaring around the bunt, pops it up. Vierkant's going to glove it and throw over to first, and Waldrop is just back in time. That's out number 2.
First baseman, Brayton Minio.
And now Minio is coming to the plate. Yeah, Vierkant won 1 inning in the 12-2 victory by Full Count over Madisonville on Wednesday night. Ground ball weakly hit to McLeod, and he gloves that on 2 hops. And Braden Minio is finally retired. But the Flash score 1 on 2 hits. No errors when 1 runner was left on base. It is 7th inning stretch time here at DC3. Get in rhythm with Johnny Cash. We'll be right back after this short break.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Tim Reese here for the bottom of the 7th. Be on the road tomorrow, weather permitting, up at Paducah. Let's see if they have started up there in Paducah. Game Changer does not have them starting their game yet. Supposed to be taking on, actually, Paducah Chiefs at Madisonville. And Nan, Barrett Brown's grandma, said it's been raining in Madisonville, and they do not have a tarp at Elmer Kelly Stadium. So they are at the mercy of the rain during the actual event. Rhythm, of course, have an artificial turf infield, which has helped. We've only had one game that's rained out all year, and that's Fulton made the trek all the way here. Cam Suggs, Landon Rogers, and Joel Chandler to face Ryken Burkett in his 5th inning. According to Game Changer, he has not completed more than 4 innings. He did that twice, June 13th against Fulton and June 20th against Paducah. So he's not gotten an out in that 5th inning. He is on in relief of Palmer Schiff, who went 2 innings. He had about 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, faced 12 batters. That's AAA Autoglass foul ball. Suggs just dipping underneath those balls. It almost looks like he's trying to go to right field on his swings. He has not had a hit in a game, I think, in a week or more. That fastball sails high. Let's see what Game Changer says. The stats I am giving you are my own that I've kept. So it's a conglomeration of Game Changer stats and my own. 2-2 pitch foul back. Sometimes I don't agree with the opposing team's scorekeeper. There was a play the other day even at Henderson that my buddy Kevin Patton, can't remember now what it was, but I didn't agree with it. So I put it on my score sheet the way I wanted to. Ended up having to do with an earned run. Breaking pitch misses low and away. I thought there was an error on Hudson Separulo. That's what it was. He gave it a fielder's choice. He's allowed to do that. Full count Ministries, full count, and a swing and a miss. Cam Suggs down on strikes. He's now 0 for 2. 4th strikeout by Burkett. And I'm assuming I'm saying it right because nobody from Henderson has sent in a YouTube chat or an email to correct me. So hope I'm doing it right. By the Princeton, Indiana native from Hanover College. College made famous by Woody Harrelson, the Cheers actor. Now Landon Rogers squaring around the bunt, lays one down to third base. If it's fair, it's trouble, and smart play by Peyton Tatum to let it roll foul. It was fair, foul. And it never got fairer. So he will come back after commiserating with Nick Krupp, his fellow Trevecca Trojan. Not a teammate, because Nick Krupp is not on the team specifically, but he's I don't know what his exact title is, Nick Krupp. I don't know that he shows up in the roster, but he does a lot of things for head coach Chase Sane, Josh Carmen, an assistant coach with Trevecca. He had nothing but great things to say about Nick Krupp, who's not only first base coach here this summer, but also the assistant general manager, and basically gets it done, whatever it needs to be. Looking back, Cam Suggs hadn't had a hit since July 1st. That's 2 weeks plus. Got to get him going for the playoffs. 0-2 pitch from Burkett to Rogers, the shortstop. Not even close. Rogers lined out to the center fielder and flew out to right field. 13 hits on the season. He only plays home games. I wonder what he's going to do in the playoffs. Wonder if he is going to travel for the first time. We travel on Tuesday to either Madisonville or Fulton. Will he be along for the ride? I think he's staying with his parents. They're now in Fairview after living in Memphis. He turns away and walks away. It's a timer violation on the pitcher. So that's ball 2, I guess. Right? Yeah, if it was on the batter, he'd been struck out. So, well, he pointed up and clearly showed something on his hands. We can't see it from this far away, not in the dark. So I do appreciate Paul Johnson giving his best effort to keep us apprised of what's happening 120 feet away. Rogers looking to get a one-out rally started. And that is a soft little liner to the second baseman, Jacob Tucker, for out number 2. Well, this is right where Full Count had the Du Bois County Bombers back in their first championship. Ken, do you remember how the Rhythm won their first championship against the Du Bois County Bombers in 2022? It was a walk-off solo home run by Harrison Travis leading off the bottom of the 9th. Let's get rid of that right there. Change our on-screen score bug to make it accurate. Harrison Travis, can't remember the date. It was at the end of, no, it was in August, wasn't it? I think we went into August even then. So he hits a walk-off solo home run on the first pitch that he sees from David Ellison of the Du Bois County Bombers, who came in relief of Grant Stratton in the 8th inning. Stratton had struck out 12 batters. Joel Chandler couldn't hold up on that one. He's down in the count 1-2. But the Rhythm had to score 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th just to tie it. They were trailing 4-1 to the Du Bois County Bombers. Now, they had one game in hand, had beaten the Bombers in game 1, even though the Rhythm had won the league regular season. That sliced off the screen. But weather changed where the first game was going to be played. It was going to be raining here, so we ended up playing game 1 at Du Bois County. Full Count won 6-2, and then came back here. We're down 4-1 heading to the bottom of the 8th, and 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here. And the Rhythm with 2 outs, Levi Perrell hit a triple. Henry Jackson walked. Drew Robertson had an RBI single, and then Henry Mosley had a 2-run double that tied the game. Well, that 2-run double was off the relief pitcher, David Ellison, who was one of the tops, grounded to short. And the long throw is on time and on target to retire Chandler in a 1-2-3 inning. That's a second straight for Riken Burkett. So the Rhythm had to come from behind in the bottom of the 8th, scored 3 runs. Ellison was a top relief pitcher in the league that year. Gives up the 2-run double to Mosley, then strikes out Franks. Jack Thompson in the top of the 9th went 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts to retire DuBois County to get us to the bottom of the 9th. And Harrison Travis, who doesn't ever swing at the first pitch. I'm still talking to Zach Williams. We're kind of getting settled in. Not sure if we're going to have extra innings or what. Harrison Travis jumps all over the first pitch, lines it out here to left field, and Full Count Rhythm get their first OVL championship. This is the first year in the time that Full Count has been in the Ohio Valley League that the Rhythm have not won the regular season championship, have not finished in first place. Henderson Flash, by a good margin, really 26-10 record coming in, have had an excellent year. Congratulations to the Flash, who also won the regular season. No, I don't know that they won the regular season of 2024. They did win the Ohio Valley League championship in 24. I believe they beat the Fulton Railroaders. And then the Railroaders got into the championship last year, and Full Count 2 Mercy Rule victories, 12-2 and 12-1 against the Roaders last year to get their 3rd Ohio Valley League. So Full Count going to look to come from the third place position to win their 4th championship, but it's going to have to go through Henderson and or Hoptown and or Henderson for the Full Count Rhythm. Dominic Davis fouls the first pitch off to the right. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Tapper foul, and he's down in the count 0-2, but hit an 0-2 count when he had a soft little liner to the first baseman. Hudson Separillo had to dive, and it clicked off of his glove, and Davis reached on that infield single. 0-2 pitch from Luke Vierkant is high and away. Appreciate all of the Flash fans and the Rhythm fans that are checking out the second to last game of the year. There's a liner in the right field. Dominic Davis loves hitting with 2 strikes. Ava Dorn didn't have to wait at all to put that hit up on the board. She didn't need Ken Stegall to tell her a hit. Went to the comfy chair now, did you? Did Chris Freeman give up the red comfy chair, and you snagged it? Throw over from Vierkant to keep Davis honest. Davis now 2 for 4. And Noah Briggs 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Right-handed hitter. Fouled off the screen. Mason Bratcher from Lee University. Noah Briggs, Lee University, and right-handed pitcher Luke Parr, an incoming freshman to Lee University. That's a lifted foul down the right field line. It'll get out of play. AAA. Shower glass. Got some of that in my main bathroom. It's holding up just fine. Outside for ball 1. Rhythm going for their 20th victory against 15 defeats. Can't do any better than 3rd place, though, in the regular season. Another AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate Appreciation Night tonight. Appreciate, again, our title sponsor, and they have been Full Count Ministry supporters for a bunch of years, even well before the full count rhythm started in 2021. Runner goes, pitch is fouled off. Again, the Henderson Flash, far and away the most prolific base stealing team in the Ohio Valley League. Came in with 140. And my last count, they've got 4 tonight. Davis trying to swipe one there. Does not go here. And the pitch is either out or up. All right, Jay, just now seeing your request. I'll run it down if you're still listening. That breaking pitch slipped out of Vierkant's hand. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Again, Henderson Flash and the Hoptown Hoppers will await their opponents. It'll be a 3-game series starting on Monday. And full count will host. I'm going to throw over to first. Will host either Madisonville or Fulton Railroaders, depends on who finishes in last place. The Paducah Chiefs will face the 5th place team. Another throw over. Fulton is leading the Hoppers 9-7 in the top of the 8th, and I'm not sure if Madisonville and Paducah will play tonight. Madisonville came in with a half-game lead on Fulton, but Fulton chance of winning 11th tonight as ball 4 will put the first 2 on here in the 8th. Vierkant giving up a single and now a walk. We cannot see, again, the bullpen to see what's happening. Freilich, a left-handed hitter on deck. Reinhardt, a right-handed hitter. So there's a chance this is the final batter that Vierkant will face if he can't retire. That is fisted, and that's going to get down in the left field. And the bases are going to be loaded. That was a jam shot off the bat at Jacob Freilich, who's now 1 for 4. Tyler Reinhardt will not face Luke Vierkant. Josh Carmen is out of the dugout. We're going to have another Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Let's take a break, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen for full count. Jerry McDowell is out of Marion Military Institute, hometown of Fairhope, Alabama. Went to Fairhope High School. He's a rising sophomore down at the Marion Military. It's a community college in Alabama. Son of Marcus and Jennifer McDowell. And Jerry on in relief of Luke Vierkant, who goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 hits. No runs at this point. Did walk a batter, did not strike anyone out. And Jerry McDowell comes in with the bases loaded and nobody out. facing one of the top hitters in the OVL, who pops it up. Barrett Brown back to the screen, but it will get out of play just to the right of the press box for a AAA Autoglass foul ball. Meat Sweats is providing the meal tonight. Is that what Kylie, y'all brought?
Yes, sir.
All right. Kylie and Vanessa delivering tonight. Swing and a miss by Reinhardt. Let's go, computer. There we go. Reinhardt struck out 3 times tonight. McDowell tries to step on a fastball there and spikes it in the dirt. Vierkamp, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, walked 1, faced 5, gives way to one of the newer arms in the arsenal. Ground ball to short. This could be 2. Over to second for 1. Reinhardt runs well, and he beats that out. An RBI fielder's choice for Tyler Reinhardt. And the Flash get within 1. Briggs down at third, and Freilich will head to the dugout. And that's now 1 out. Rhythm need Reinhardt not to steal second as Eisenberg is at the plate. But Reinhardt, I guarantee, is going to be off ASAP. Throw over and Reinhardt back. A 1 pitch, swung on and missed. About throwed high. Eisenberg could not hold up. Drew's 1 for 3. Singled, scored in the 7th inning. Now Flash have scored in the 4th, in the 7th, and 1 here in the 8th, and are threatening with a tying run on at third base. Runner goes, no throw to second. There goes the conventional double play on a pitch that was high and tight. May have been a call right there for a pitch out. We don't pitch out anymore, though. For some reason, you just don't see the pitch out called. Hoptown Hoppers has taken a 3-run lead now on the Railroaders. They've scored 5 in the top of the 8th inning. Lead the Railroaders 12-9. Looking more and more like the Rhythm will head to Fulton. Again, the Paducah Chiefs supposed to be playing at Madisonville as the 1-2 sails way high. Jerry McDowell's 3rd outing in a Rhythm uniform. 3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned. There's a chopper to the right side. Edward McLeod's going to take it and step on the base. And we are tied up. An RBI ground out. And Briggs scores. Didn't get the runner to second. Let me get him to second. Now, get him to third. 2 outs, and a go-ahead run is at third base. Both those runs charged to Vierkamp, and I think he's also gets Reinhardt, right? Who's at third because he swapped with Freilich. Ken, is that right? Is that how that works? Tucker fouls the 1-0 back. It's a brand new ball game, as they say. These two teams have had laughers and they've had tight games. Full Count has won 4 of the 7 over Henderson this year, trying to get the 5th win. Popped up. This might be playable. It's going to be in foul territory. Dickinson over toward the Flash bullpen, but it cannot be hauled in by either Edward McLeod, Kason Hill, or Tate Dickinson. Out of your viewing area and mine as well. The count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. McDowell's been ahead, and he's gotten 2 groundouts. Problem was the bases were loaded when he stepped in the ballgame. Four pitchers for the Rhythm. 3 of them have been left-handed. Ground ball to third. Joel Chandler gloves and throws over to McLeod for out number 3 here in the top of the 8th. But the Flash tied up in their half of the 8th. And now it's time for the Rhythm to get on the shtick. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. 1 runner was left on base. Rhythm will send the top of the lineup to the plate when we come back in the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
In the top of the 8th, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left.
Snapper. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
Good-looking grandson right there. He's been at the Mississippi State baseball camp all week. 8.5-year-old grandson. Came to the Full Count Rhythm kids camp this year, but rain, and he only got to 2 of the 4 days that we had. Actually, we only had 3 days. 2 of the 3 got rained out, I believe, on the last day. And he had to go home. He had a baseball tournament that he had to play in. Champion, World Series champion in 8U in Mississippi. His sister Sloan has been at our house all week long, is going to be heading home tomorrow. They're going to meet somewhere in Alabama to make the exchange. Kason Hill looks at the first pitch from Riken Burkett. Just delivered his 65th pitch. It's a called strike. Burkett in his 6th inning. It's his longest outing of the year, at least according to Game Changer. That's a high fly ball out to right field. Jacob Freilich, I think that's still him out there. Whoever it is hauls it in. If they've made any changes, we don't know about it. Gabe Jenkins, 1 for 3, steps to the plate. Come on, Gabe. It's time to leave the yard, buddy. You got 3 home runs, and it's been a while. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike. He's a Virginian. Virginia Military Institute, 6'2", 185-pound, rising sophomore. Parents now live in Urbana, Virginia. Used to live in Mechanicsville, but that just got to be so, just everybody gossiping. And, it's just a one-horse town, and they needed to move to the bigger city, Urbana. Biology major. He's one of those smart kids. Low and inside. Greg and Gina, his parents, she listens in. I mean, she's dialed in. You make a mistake, she's going to be there to catch you if you fall. I fell the other day about grand slams as he chops one Where'd that go? Into the dugout? 2-2. I mistakenly said that we'd only hit one grand slam this year, Jackson Zeller. But I was wrong. Bryson Hamilton hit a grand slam in his last game of the year at Fulton. All right, somebody has chimed in. Ian Burkett is short. Swing and a miss, and Jenkins is down on strikes. So it's Burkett. Echo. Burkett?
Now batting, catcher, number 31, Barrett Brown.
Ava's using her yard card. So it's not a hard E, apparently. Burkett. I'm going to go with Burkett. I don't understand the echo sound in Burkett. Big swing right there by Barrett Brown. He was listening to Ava calling a yard card for him. Let's see. Tony Brown watching from Madisonville. I bet you he's calling a yard card right now for his grandson. Yeah, it's sliced into the Rhythm bullpen. Or Rhythm, or off the side of the dugout. Brian and Ashley Brown are Barrett's parents. Zane and Maura, his older brother and younger sister. Grandy and Nan, both up in Madisonville, Kentucky. Papa and Mimi in Hendersonville, as he takes a close pitch there. Or ball one. He is 0 for 3. Struck out, grounded out, flied out. He has 1 RBI. How about a base knock right here, or even better, Ava Dorn yard card. It's a sharply hit ground ball. That gets up the middle. There we go. No yard card, but a base knock. We'll find the camera angle that'll show it to you. Had to go around the horn there. That's the first hit off of Burkett since the 5th by Gabe Jenkins. And that is only the second hit that he's given up. Now Edward McLeod is at the plate. Really good time, Edward, for your first home run of the year. The Sanford Bulldog takes a called strike at the knees. Mobile, Alabama, son of Ed and Katie McLeod, brother to Harris. Still no game-changer game for Paducah at Madisonville. McLeod's got grandparents in Mobile, Alabama. He calls them B and Cookie. Another set down there where Southern University is located in Baton Rouge, Papa and Mimi. Staying in the host home of Doug and Rebecca Dorn. Big best one for sure. McLeod takes another strike. Better tell Edward, you got to start swinging a stick. Can't be taking strikes. Hit the ball. 6'3", 230. Gets that off the netting. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, Nan went down on the yard card just like you did, Ava. She was going for yard card for BB. That's Barrett Brown, just in case you didn't know. What happened? I don't know what home plate umpire was pointing to there, but Colby Adams, the base umpire, was pointing as well. Full Count Ministries, full count, and a full count first pitch foul ball. There's, what did Sladen had a date or something and just now showed up for the ball game? Brother of Rylan Moses. He just came out and got some new baseballs. We'll do it again. Runner from first takes off. That's hit out to right field. Freilic's already proven that he can catch a fly ball. He does it again. He's pretty consistent with that. And we're going to the ninth. No runs, one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. It is all tied up 4-4 here at Drakes Creek, number 3 in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The Fulton Railroaders have just retaken the lead, 13-12 over the Hoppers. So they still bat in the bottom of the 8th. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. We've already had ice cream. What are we going to go to next? About Corson Fire and Security.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Ryan Sweeney out of Trevecca, Franklin, Tennessee, Centennial High School. Been a minute since he's been there, though. He's a rising senior at Trevecca Nazarene University in Nashville. He's a right-hander, the son of Ed and Julie Sweeney, brother to Bryson, who's married to Madison, expecting their first child. Mimi's in Franklin and Nana's in College Grove, Tennessee, staying in the host home of John and Amy Smithson. And he is on in relief of Jerry McDowell, who goes an inning. Does now not allow a hit or a run. No walks, no strikeouts, faces 3 batters. Did come in with the bases loaded, and 2 runs did come in, but giving up a fielder's choice, a ground out, and then got another ground out. So pretty decent mess that he showed up to. Ryan Sweeney, a 3-year Rhythm player, was on the top of the order for the Flash. This is still Gunnar Waldrop at the plate. He takes a healthy hack at the first pitch, a sinker. Oh, 1 pitch. Waldrop had an RBI single last time, and he's down in the count 0-2. Something fell out of his pocket, maybe his oven mitt. Planning on baking some cookies later. Speaking of cookies, where's Ann Claire been for last little bit? Ann Claire Jaggers has delivered some delicious cookies to the press box on 2 occasions this year. Ann Claire, let's make it 3, okay? Ball and 2 strikes and a check swing, and they're going to say he went. Waldrop strikes out for the first time and a big out here in the top of the 9th. The only extra inning game of the year that Full Count's been involved in, it was at Henderson. As Sweeney picks up at Corson Fire and Security strikeout, he has now tied Parker Davis with the strikeout lead in the Ohio Valley League. Peyton Tatum at the plate. Tried to lay down a bunt last time as Barrett Brown misses that one. And it must have hit the lower right leg of our home plate umpire, Paul Johnson. And Ryan Sweeney wants to come in, shake his hand or give him a new ball or I don't know, something. But let's get the strikeout up there, and then we'll put the 1 ball to Peyton Tatum. Tatum struck out twice. He's walked and scored, popped up on that bunt attempt. Sweeney delivers another one in about the same spot, but Brown gets leather on this one. Lila's watching Joel Chandler in Virginia. Now let's see what family member that I have for Joel Chandler in Virginia. Sliced foul down the left field line. Joel Chandler goes to Montevallo University. He's from Orange Beach, Alabama. His mom lives in Brandon, Mississippi. Kayla Chandler. His dad lives in Fairhope, Alabama. I got nobody. Who is Lila that's rooting for Joel Chandler II from Virginia? Swing and a miss. And now a Full Count Ministries full count. The son of Ed and Julie Sweeney trying to get it done. Julie providing our Full Count Ministries verses of the game, as that is a solid base hit into center field.
First baseman, number 22, Brayton Minio.
First hit of the game for Tatum. That's the 9th hit of the ball game for the Flash as they lead by 3 in that category over Full Count. And this guy's got a third of them. He's 3 for 4. Brayden Minio on the outside corner, a little cutter. Cousin. All right. Good to have you, Cousin Lila. You probably put us over the 100 mark. Lila, you're the big winner. Ground ball, base hit, a 4-hit night for Minio. Dickinson gets to it and runners at first and second. Ball gets by Hill at second, but Rogers there to pick it up.
Catcher, Dominic Davis.
Dominic Davis, 2 for 4. And Rhythm playing with fire now. Flash, one of the top hitting teams. Came in hitting, I think, 284. If I get my computer to work. 284 is correct. Dominic Davis, a 333 hitter. So he's due to get out right here. 2 more times if he comes to the plate. Slider in there for a called strike. Full count, weather permitting, will be up at Paducah. The question remains for me is, will there be air conditioning in the visitors' press box? Big, big question. Air conditioners went out in all 3 of the press boxes. They have a home broadcast press box. They have the main press box where the PA and scoreboard operator and official scorer sit. Then they provide a pretty good-sized press box for the visiting broadcast. Always had air conditioning as Davis swings through that fastball. And 1 ball, 2 strike count. And it's the best stop in the OVL for a visiting broadcaster for sure until the air conditioner goes out. They do have pretty decent Wi-Fi up there as well. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, and that ball squeaks through the 5-hole. Barrett Brown doesn't know where it is. And he's coming or thought about coming home. And the throw gets by Sweeney. Edward McLeod will come up and clean that up. That was almost a Bad News Bears play right there. It looked like it went in the dirt or the turf. So runners now at second and third on the wild pitch, and Rhythm making it hard for themselves. Infield drawn in now. Davis with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Ryan Sweeney needs to start a string of strikeouts, and he does right there. Of course, and fire and security strikeout. Second of the inning. And now with 2 outs, Noah Briggs, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of walks, steps to the plate. Sweeney, no stranger to strikeouts. Struck out 12 in a row back in 2024. Over 5 appearances in the Prospect League. It all in relief as he gets a called strike right down the can there. The 0-1. That's going to catch the corner at the knees, and Sweeney ahead 0-2 as he is bearing down, trying to strand these 2 runners and give his team a chance in the bottom of the 9th. Stephen and Barbara, the Arditos up in Clarksville listening in tonight. Stephen, our anchor transportation bus driver, rooting for a strikeout. Sweeney overthrowing there on the glove side. Good backhand by Barrett Brown, who right now is saying, I got to keep this ball in front of me. We cannot have a wild pitch. Give the Flash a go-ahead run here in the top of the 9th. Chopper to the left side. A do-or-die play by Chandler. His throw is in time. And the Henderson Flash not happy about that call on a bang-bang play. I don't know that I'd be happy about it either. Briggs hustling down the line. That was a do-or-die situation right there for Joel Chandler. Could you see it? Let's see if we can. It was close. It was close. You can go back on YouTube and rewind it and watch it. It was a close play. I mean, you couldn't have gone to this replay and been able to determine whether it was right or wrong, but it worked out for full count for sure. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. The Rhythm need 1. Riken Burkett back out on the mound to see if he can pitch through the 9th. Flash, no runs, 2 hits in the inning. No errors, and those 2 runners are stranded. Ryan Sweeney. And here's the if the game goes to extra innings, I was talking about the extra inning rule that's in the Ohio Valley League. If you're new to the system, it's just a half inning that will be played. And the determination is made before the game even starts. The home team coach at the umpires meeting, the coaches meeting at home plate before the game, he has to pick whether he wants to go on offense or defense in an extra half inning of play. The Flash up at Henderson, don't remember the date of that, but they picked offense. Ryan Sweeney pitched the bottom of the 9th and I think blew the save. The Rhythm was up and he blew the save, but then he had to come back out and pitch another half inning. They allowed him to go into the dugout and wait about 15 minutes before he came out. First pitch swinging. Tate Dickinson fouls this one off. He's looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3. Gotten lift on it. He just hadn't gotten carry. A couple flyouts to right field and a pop out to the first baseman. He is due. And a good pitch there, sidearm delivery by Burkett, his 85th pitch of the game, and he's 0-2 ahead of the LSU Eunice Bengal, Tate Dickinson. That's a pop-up back this way. Get ready, Ava. It's coming to you. Oh, just missed it. Captain Patrick Dickinson, his dad. I think he was up here over this past week. .02 sales high. From Belle Chase, Louisiana. Monica's mom. She's got a sister, Rhea. Grumps and Nana are in Abita Springs, Louisiana. Paparoo and Grandma. I met Grandma. That's line into right center field. Will it get by? Dickinson is thinking about second, puts on the brakes, and gets back to the bag. Nick Krupp over there saying, no, 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 no. And a leadoff single for Dickinson. Is he the winning run? Jay Fuller at the plate. Let's see if Jay Fuller is going to be looking at laying down a sack bunt. Anyway, so typically full count, I believe, picks defense when we play here at Drakes Creek Park. We want to go and we'll shut him down. He's squaring to bunt, lays it down. That's a perfect bunt. No chance. No chance right there. Jay Fuller gets a bunt single and runners at first and second. Now let's see if Cam Suggs is going to be asked to lay down a bunt. It is the play for sure. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage. Appreciate Eddie Smith and his support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Cam Suggs is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. First baseman Braden Minio is coming in. Cam squaring around the bunt. And he takes a pitch that looked like it was right down the can. Burkett says, where was it? Jay Myers says that's a beautiful bunt, and it was. Second hit of the game for Fuller. He's 2 for 4. Suggs is squaring, and he bunts it and gets hit by it. Don't play an umpire. Wait a minute. If he didn't go after it, then it's a hit by pitch because it hit him in the chest. What are we doing? They just called it a ball. It hit I thought it hit his bat. I thought it hit him. He's squaring around the bunt. He's going to try for a third time, and he is unsuccessful. But that is a foul ball. Apparently got a piece of Dominic Davis behind the plate. That was a weird situation there. So I don't have, regarding, again, just to land the plane on the extra innings, which it's circling for sure. Rhythm fans hoping it doesn't get there, but I don't know what Josh Carman picked before this game. 2-1, and swinging away is Suggs, and he fouls it back. The last thing the Rhythm need is a ground ball double play or a line out into a triple play. That wouldn't be good. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Landon Rogers doing Slade and Moses' job. What's going on, Slade Dog? Taking a pounder. That's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. They're going to go to second for 1 and on to first. Cam Suggs grounds into the 1-6-3 double play. I didn't get that second runner on base. Doesn't matter now. 2 outs. Winning run is at third base. Landon Rogers. It's all up to you. Looking for his first hit. Rogers played in 50 games for the Trojans. Trevecca Trojans. His freshman year. Hit .272 Could this be the yard card that they were calling for earlier? Could he walk it off with a 2-run bomb? Chop to third. It will go foul. Drama. Rogers runs well, but he kind of got jammed there, and he was stuck at home plate for a minute. Maybe not a minute. Might have been a little less. Doug and Kelly, his parents. Devin's his brother. 6'3", 170. Rising sophomore for Trevecca. 1-1 pitch. Another ground to the third. This Peyton Tatum bobbles it, and he's overthrown. This ball game belongs to the Rhythm. An E5 ends the ball game. Wow. That's not how the Rhythm wanted to win it, but that will end it on the error. No RBI to Rogers, but a pretty easy play for Peyton Tatum, and I think he just thought it was in his glove, and it fell out. Rhythm get the victory in walk-off fashion on the E5 and get their 20th victory of the year. Ava's gone. Ryan Sweeney gets the victory. That will move him to 2-0 on the season. They win their final game at home. And a tough loss right there for Henderson, but they're still in first place. They fall to 26-11. Definitely not a way to want to get on a bus and head back home. That's a tough game right there. Rhythm had 8 errors up at Henderson earlier this year, ended up winning the game. But anytime you lose on an error is no fun. Fulton Railroaders look like they get the victory over Hoptown, 13-12. And it is time for our Full Count Ministries verses of the game. Got to find them. They're in the book of Lamentations. They're very well-known verses. As soon as I start reading them, you're going to know them. Chapter 3, verse 22, I believe is what Julie started with. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. I'm just going to go 22 and 23 for sake of time. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Those are the two for sure that are the most well-known in Lamentations chapter 3 for sure. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is his faithfulness. Get the team meeting over here to the left as the Rhythm get the 5th victory over the Henderson Flash. 5-4, an unearned run scored in the bottom of the 9th. Another walk-off. Winner as the Rhythm scored the one unearned run on 2 hits. The big double play, the Flash turned. Looked like we were going to go to that extra half inning. And a chopper to third base, not handled. The throw was late as Rogers, got to give him credit. He was hustling down the line. And that allowed Tate Dickinson to come in and score the winning run in the bottom of the 9th. Full Count gets their 20th victory. Losing pitcher is Riken Burkett, who goes, 6 2/3 innings. He only allowed, 4 hits, I believe, as the Rhythm finished with 8 hits on the night. An excellent outing by Burkett, but he will take the loss for the Flash. Ryan Sweeney picks up the victory. I think two victories are both against the Henderson Flash. 205 in attendance tonight on Firefighter Friday and Chick-fil-A Rivergate Appreciation Night. Thank you to those who have sent in chats on YouTube. Nan in Madisonville has. Probably still getting some more rain up there. Lila in Virginia. Jay Myers, of course. And a whole bunch of other people. The Arditos checked in. Mimi in Paris. She'll be here in Nashville. Hudson Separillo getting married tomorrow, folks. He will not be on the trip to Paducah. And stay tuned to social media to see if, in fact, the Full Count Rhythm will actually travel to Paducah. There might be some rain in the forecast. We've got to get us a Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Who is it going to be? Kason Hill, a couple of hits, 1 RBI. Who you got? Fuller, 2 for 4, scored a run. How many RBIs did Full Count actually have? Well, he's supposed to be laying down a sack bunt, right? And he goes ahead and gets it. You vote for Jay Fuller? Jay Fuller. Yep, he did have a great defensive play up against the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Sign out in right center field. Took extra bases away from Jacob Tucker in the 3rd inning. But Jay Fuller, the soon-to-be Southern University, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, he's heading to Southern University in Baton Rouge. He is our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Full Count gets it done. Walk-off winner in the bottom of the 9th to defeat the first place Henderson Flash. It does not make any difference in the standings, but you just want to win, especially heading into the playoffs. Full Count will take on the Paducah Chiefs, who the only way they can play the Paducah Chiefs in the playoffs would be in a championship setting. Same for the Henderson Flash for Full Count, as looks like the Fulton Railroaders did come back to beat Hoptown Hoppers. Paducah Chiefs in Madisonville says 0-0 final in Game Changer. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. It says it was scored by Madisonville, but they didn't play the game. I would assume that's not going to be made up. And so now the standings are 11 wins for Fulton, but 11-26 puts them a half a game behind Madisonville. Still, who is at 11-25. And I think Fulton plays at Henderson tomorrow night. Let's see if I can get that information right quick for those of you that might want to know that. Fulton is at Henderson tomorrow night. Madisonville is at Hoptown, so both the 5th and 6th place team are playing 1 and 2. So it's yet to be decided who Full Count's opponent will be on Monday, but we feel very confident that it's going to be right here in Hendersonville. So if you're in the area, come by and root the Rhythm on. If you're not, join us like the 100 or so that we're watching tonight did, and we'll try to do a better job. I think the director, Susan Reese, will be here to handle our score bug tonight. Full Count gets the win over the Henderson Flash 5-4 and move to 20-15. Ken Stegall, great job on the scorekeeping tonight. Chris Freeman, he's already gone. He's out of here. He and Ava, they leave pretty quick. They want to get the extra meat sweats sandwiches that may be lying around down there at the Merch Pavilion. Wearing the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate specialty jerseys. We did not auction those off, which is a couple of less spinning plates for me for sure. Jaguars, there we go. Thank you, Isaiah. The Southern University Jaguars. Ken, we'll see you Monday night. Be there, okay? Ken Stegall from the scorers table. If you need administrative help for a college that has any sport, you can call the scorers table. They are national. They go all over the country to do scorekeeping, public address announcing, scoreboard operation, anything that has to do with administering the sports of college sports, they'll do it. So for Josh Carmen, the general manager and head coach, this is Tim Reese saying so long for now. We'll be back on the air, Lord willing, tomorrow, and weather permitting, right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network. God bless you, everybody.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count